Field for tonight's sixth race is on the track, ready to pray to the post for tonight's third division in the second leg of the Ohio Sires late closing trot. Number 1 is Ina Buck, owned by Brian Lyric, driven by Keith Haynes. 2, IMDARULER, owned by Charles Lane, driven by David Miller. 3 is the favorite Mighty Bloom for owner Roy Brown and driver Dave Hawk. 4, EF's Addiction, owned and driven by Earl Forster York. 5 is Less's Smoke, owned by Les Tindal with Jim Dailey in the bike. 6 is Rowdy Scene, owned by Audrey Morrison with David Myers. 7, Boogie Woogie Choo Choo has been scratched. 8 is Scorch, owned by Karen J. and Frank P. Todd and Sue Van Lennep. Frank Todd Jr. will be in the sulky. Field for the 6, scratch number 7, Boogie Woogie Choo Choo, post time in 6 minutes. Field for tonight's 6th race at the gate and moving through the clubhouse turn. Field is now in motion. And there they go. They're off and trotting. Less's Smoke for the lead. Jumping off stride, IMDARULER. The 2 is on a break. They're down the backstretch. A little bit rough in the center. The 4 has made some missteps. He's ready to go off stride and does EF's Addiction as they move on this top turn. Trotting clear in the first quarter of a mile. By an easy length and a half, it's Less's Smoke. Here's Scorch circling up on the rim second. Tucked in there, Rowdy Scene to third. The favorite inches off the pylon. He's about ready, Mighty Bloom. After that comes the rail filly, Ina Buck. They're by the opening quarter. And 30 1/5 in the early breakers trails the field. The first to settle back down and stride and get back into it is IMDARULER, and way back is EF's Addiction. Scorch has brushed to the front. Scorch leads away by about 2. Less's Smoke second. Rowdy Scene comes to the outside third. Dave Hawk gives a thank you as he'll now have live cover with Mighty Bloom as the favorite is now being carted up on the outside. Along the rail, long shot, Ina Buck is now 5th. Trailers remain IMDARULER and EF's Addiction, reaching the half mile, pulling 101 They're down the backstretch. They'll get serious from now on. 3 horses are across the track, vying for command. Scorch along the rail, Less's Smoke between horses. Mighty Bloom still under confident handling, trots up on the outside. Rowdy Scene can't go on, either can Ina Buck. Here comes IMDARULER with a long way to come, and the trailer is still off stride. EF's Addiction racing by 3/4 in 1:31 3. Trotting around the far turn, Less's Smoke is the first one to give way. Here's Mighty Bloom on the outside, trotting a storm. Scorch along the rail. Still giving way further back in the field. Less's Smoke with IMDARULER up on the far outside. They're into the stretch. Mighty Bloom continues to show his heels to the field. He begins to draw clear in the final 16th. It's Mighty Bloom on top easily. It's Mighty Bloom. Scorch is second, and Less's Smoke will come back to finish third. Fish winner of race number 6-3, Mighty Bloom. 3-year-old bay gelding by Mighty Crown out of Sunblossom. Owned in Ashland, Ohio by Roy Brown. Trained by Lloyd Hawk. Driven tonight by Dave Hawk. Covering a mile here in 2:02 1. That's victory 15 out of 21 career starts. This should be some final between Mighty Bloom, Active Jim, and Cinder Lane TJ. It's official. 3/8 exacta, $17.60. The trifecta, $69 even, 69 even. Windows are now up and on tonight's 7th race. Jeff Fout driving 10, Wind River Warrior. Jeff Fout drives the 10, Wind River Warrior. Post time in 14 minutes at 9:31.